Hello everybody, it's Nick Falgout, recording an M12 8.4 for DraftMagic.com, as I've been doing all day, or trying to. I would like to get one that actually goes my way, because I had a lot of success early on, but a lot of those drafts, just recording didn't work out, or just weren't that interesting, or I was too sleepy, and now I've had a fair bit of success in my non-recorded drafts, but my recorded drafts have gone a little more awkwardly. This pack has got a pretty clear pick. Flame Blast Dragon over some hits. Crown of Empires is fine in the uncommon slot, but we're talking about Doomblade, Skywinder Drake, Shunned Outrage, Assault Griffin. Soren's Thirst is good, but not really first pickable in general. We're going to go ahead and highlight El Flame Blasto. Ice Cage is good too, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we should table any one of Bonebreaker Giant, Crumbling Colossus, Diabolic Tutor, Crown of Empires, or Lava Axe if you're interested. Possibly we'll just get the Ice Cage back. People don't seem to like it as much. I thought it wasn't as good as it was before, but it can get there. You can get there. Okay, so here's an interesting pack, full of all the cards for my favorite archetype, Goblin Fire Slinger, Tormented Soul. The black-red aggro decks, the really insane ones, are very difficult to beat. But if we draft that archetype, we're not going to get this guy out there very often. That said, there's not an. I mean, I think it's Fire Slinger here. We don't want to. I mean, it's Fire Slinger. I think, in general, I have found in multiples better than Tormented Soul because pacifism doesn't stop a Goblin Fire Slinger, and using Dark Favor is just a very risky proposition in this format. Although you know, uncontested, clearly you still want it. I like to save my Dark Favors till after the Arachnus Web comes down, or the Ice Cage. The other potential picks out of this pack would be like nothing. I mean, I think we're taking one of Fire Slinger, Scepter, Tormented Soul, or like Devouring Swarm. I think stay on color, take Fire Slinger, see what comes. And what comes is a couple decent white cards in Sentinel and Banalish Veteran. A pretty useful blue card that I have yet to actually put to any use. Unsummoned Phantasmal Bear, both good as well. I think this guy's very underrated right now. He is the only, I mean, turn 2 Griffin Rider, turn 3 Sentinel is something I've done a couple different times, and it feels pretty darn good. He blocks things like Phantasmal Bear all day long. He makes Child of Night, Goblin Piker, the various mages that are Onyx Mage pretty awkward. I think he's the pick. I like Banalish Veteran a lot too. And we're obviously been trying to draft red-white a lot. I could like, these black cards are just not interesting enough. I think I'm going Sentinel, just in case I get the Griffin Rider plan together, but that might be wrong. But 3 toughness is actually kind of a big deal in this format, so. Ooh, I love this card. I think I'm switching into blue for Mind Unbound, which is nuts in a blue-red deck with any decent amount of burn. There's also a Soren's Thirst, as well as a Bonebreaker Giant, a Fling in our colors. So we could take this Armored Warhorse, but it's just not that exciting. I think I just want to go the exciting route. I know it gives me another 6-drop, and that's not good. You don't want to load up on 6-drops, especially since there are games where you just don't get to turn to 6. So you could also take like Sacred Wolf, but Mind Unbound is a very powerful card. Yeah, if you take Goblin Grenade early, you can get other red cards. We're going to want to be in red. We're going to want to pick up more Fire Slingers. And Goblin Grenade is an excellent card to dig with Mind Unbound because you can find the goblins as well. The other potential picks out of this pack would be Dusk Hunter Bat, Crumbling Colossus. Like Birds of Paradise is fine. I think it's like between Goblin Grenade, Colossus, or maybe like Stave Off if we thought the white plan was going to work out. But I think I like Grenade just fine. I like running a bunch of Pikers in the deck. Alright, well, we're not seeing any blue now. This pack is pretty weak on the whole. The best cards are like Trollhide, Warpath Ghoul is fine. I guess I'm just taking Manalith. We have 2 6-drops, so accelerating our mana is going to be good, and if we end up splashing some number of white cards, I don't think we'll splash for a Griffin Sentinel. I don't think we'll splash a Mind Unbound either, but safe pick, go with the Manalith. Yeah, I'll go cancel here. These packs have not been exciting. Started off pretty exciting. Leveled off a bit. I wish this were a Piker. I would snap it. I think Cancel's a little better than Stave Off, although I like Stave Off in this format. But I'm not seeing a lot of white. I'm not seeing a lot of anything. I mean, Brink of Disaster. This is just a bad pack. Cancel's kind of the best card by a mile, so we'll go that route with it. I don't really like Swiftfoot Boots very much. Doesn't. If it gave like 1-0, it'd probably be worth it. Although it might be a little too good. I think I'm going Tunneler here, just to up the goblin count. I don't really think we're going the mill route, especially if we're the ones with the mind unbound. Although I suppose with the Jace's Erasure. I've yet to see the mill deck. I mean, and then there's the board plan against the mill deck, which is just put a bunch of extra cards in. Yeah, we'll go with that. Ice Cage tabled. Probably shouldn't have. As I mentioned, I don't know what went before it. Something that was worse than it. Crown. Not Crown. Crown's not worse, strictly. I don't know. I like Ice Cage. We'll go for it. Amphin Cutthroat is another good sign. He's, you know, he can stop a lot of ground assaults. It's really nice to have something like this against like a Sacred Wolf. Let me go ahead and hide this Sentinel. Levitation's not really interesting. Runeclaw Bear, Rind Rot, whatever. We will just go Cutthroat. Goblin Warpaint. If only it were a Goblin, we could sacrifice with Goblin Grenade. I don't think it's right in this style of deck. I guess I'm most worried about Disentomb when our whole game plan involves that. And I'll take this on-color Phantasmal Creature Destroyer. Huh. It's a pretty late Tectonic Rift. I don't think we're playing it, but doesn't mean I won't take it. I mean, that's good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how good this card is. I'm going to hide it for now. We're not looking aggressive. You never know, though. And Satchel. Oh, this is a great pack for us. Can I just take this pack? Like a see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards I would play in this pack. So let's take Fireball and figure out what's going to table. So Satchel Mage. Satchel Mage, Pacifism, Blood Ogre, Drake, that's 5. And then I would assume that like Spider and the Shade or the Divine. So we'll probably get the Piker back. There's an outside shot that will table like. Well, no, there's really not an outside shot will table anything. There's an outside shot will table this Drake if there's like one other blue drafter who takes the Azure Mage. But I'm not going to pass a Fireball, especially not when I have his Fireball-y buddy, Flame Blast Dragon. This pack, God, Acidic Slime just wrecked me. The card is obnoxious against Oblivion Ring. This pack doesn't have a whole heck of a lot for us. I think it's just Chasm Drake. We're pretty creature light right now. Frost Breath's a good trick. Pacifism number 2 is a little annoying. I don't think we're gonna hop out of blue here. Let me just pass the Pacifism too. Chasm Drake, it is. I mean, it's a perfectly acceptable card. Ugh. So we're looking at a choice between Turn to Frog and Fiery Hellhound. I guess I'll try Turn to Frog. I've seen it put to good use. Like, we'll play a Lightning Elemental or a Fiery Hellhound, but not if we can help it. And I guess, it does make things lose flying. It helps you block a Torment. So, I don't know. It makes things easier to kill with Fireball. What do you want from me? Unsummon, Phantasmal Bear, Manic Vandal. All 3 pretty acceptable. I think I want the Bear. I would like an Unsummon or 2, but we need some early game. Just, something to throw in front of the random dorks. He really doesn't block very well, though. That said. But I think we just want some dudes. There's a Tormented Soul in here. That's obnoxious. Kind of like a Shock or an Incinerate or something. And we got the Unsummon in the next pack anyway. Hopefully this Circle of Flames tables just as a sideboard card. It probably ought to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not really, actually. But Unsummon's just plain better. Unsummon's really good in this format. Tempo matters an awful lot. And, it's just so cheap. It targets things cheaply. Well, there's another Goblin Grenade. And a Soren's Vengeance? That is an awfully late Soren's Vengeance. Kind of makes me wish I'd taken that redirect out of the pack with Griffin Sentinel. Is that where I... Or did I... Was it a grenade I took? I guess I'm taking this other grenade. Ponder's fine, another Bear's fine. I'm just going to hope to pick up a... I'm going to hope to table that Piker and get a couple more Goblins and just draw into a bunch of grenades and burn people out of the friggin' game. This always makes me think it's a Goblin, but it actually isn't. I could take this Jace's Erasure, but I think I'll just take Cancel. Another Swiftfoot Boots, Scrambleverse, the Unplayable. Is this my original pack? It is not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, this is the last pick I had before it. None of this really bothers me. Stave Off is probably the best of them. The Piker tabled, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, nothing that everything I thought would be gone is gone. Piker's still here, which is awesome considering the other Goblin Grenade we just picked up. So our deck doesn't have a ton of identity right now. We really need like an Incinerate or two, or a couple Shocks, or an Aether Adept, or I don't know, another Ice. Even just another Ice Cage would significantly help me. Opening Mind Control would make me feel pretty good. I don't really want this Harbor Serpent. Onyx Mage isn't that great against me though, so I guess I'll take the playable. I mean, obviously 3/6 drops is not where I love to be. I am not super worried about these cards, but Dark Favor and a Torment, well, no, that's not true. I guess I'll just take the Runeclaw Bear. And the, wow, the Unsummoned Tabled. Interesting. Take the Dark Favor out of that pack. Take second Disentomb from somebody. Alright, so we are at 19 cards, 8 of which are creatures, which is not bad. I mean, we have these grenades, which are bad removal, this Fireball, which is good removal. A couple Arsonists would work. This is sort of tempo removal. It kills phantoms, tokens, cancels are sort of good. I mean, it's not looking awful. A third Goblin Grenade. I think we need to take, well, I think we need to take this Aether Adept. The Dragon, the Grenade, there's another pack I would just, I think between this pack, I would play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 cards out of this pack. So if we could have just taken the 2 packs that we opened in 2 and 3, I think we'd have had a better deck than what we're going to end up with. This is a really I mean, this pick, it's just, we have 2 grenades, so I don't think grenade's the pick. Fire Slinger might be the pick, just because we have 2 grenades, but we have 3 goblins already. So I think it boils down to one of these 4 blue cards. I like Fleetwing a little less than I like the Dragon, but it's close. It's closer than it looks, and I think it sort of boils down to Adept versus Looter. And I think this deck actually just wants an Adept. We want a 2/2. We want a 2-power guy that bounces stuff to keep our heads above water. I mean, Looter's great. It's foil. So what can we expect to table? 1, 2. I don't know. We could get Grenade, Fleetwing, or, you know, Hail Mary, Looter back. But I think we just want the Adept there. And a Mind Control. Alright, things are looking a little bit up. I have like 9 freaking thousand. That guy's deck was the sickest thing I've ever seen. 9,000 cards in this pack I want to, I think is what I was saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards out of this pack I would play. So what's going to table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I count that already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So nothing is going to table. I guess if somebody takes a Ring Flash or a Lurking Crocodile, we might get something back. Maybe this Drake, maybe this Dragon, maybe the Minotaurs, maybe the Outrage. I don't know. But Mind Control is the pick for me. Ooh, Chieftain versus Arsonist. I think, well, we have cancels and an Adept. We are hoping to pick up more Goblins. But yeah, I think we just take Arsonist here, who is good early game defense, who lets us run the proper number of islands to get our cancels and adepts online earliest, who provides earlier defense. I mean, this guy would be pretty good, especially if we're going to keep it going. But this guy's awesome with a grenade, too. So, ooh, okay. Fishing all of our wishes here. Mind Control, Incinerate. Blood Ogre is awesome too, but I will take the removal at this point. Foil, Call to the Grave, Skin Shifter. Well, that's what you like to see. Call to the Grave is pretty nice, not in this deck, although it's splashable. I guess I'm just taking Bonebreaker Giant here. Probably play it over Harbor Serpent. I'm confused as to what color the guy to my right's drafting, because I got past a Mind Control into Incinerate. And now I see these, is he just mono white? I guess maybe people don't like Call to the Grave as much. I see it's like my third foil Call to the Grave. Not taking Skin Shifter. This is a really good pack for everybody else. We'll take the Giant. Not super duper happy about it. I think I'm taking Bang Chuckers here. Kind of the dual Scrambleverse deck though. Even the art on this card isn't that good. Could take Tunneler. I think Bang Chuckers is a little more interesting, although now I wish I'd taken the Chieftain. Because A, he comes into play and, you know, he can do it the turn he enters the battlefield, and plus he doesn't kill himself anymore, but we'll take him. Manic Vandal. Sundial the Infinite do anything for us? If our opponent targets our Phantasmal Bear in our turn, it doesn't do anything, right? Whatever. Manic Vandal is the pick. Slaughter Cry, well, I'm going to lose. Oh, I guess I can Mind Control them. Or bounce them, or cancel them. I have so many outs. I'm just going to take the Mesmerist here. No, I'm going to take Wall of Torches, actually. I don't think I'll main deck it, but it's good to have in the sideboard against aggressive decks. Unlike Mesmerist. Alright, so right, 4 of the cards we would have played tabled. So I have to decide if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblins is enough to run 3 grenades. Am I likely to table any of the other goblins? Or should I just take Aven Fleetwing? I think I should just take Aven Fleetwing. If I get another goblin, I'm going to kick myself, especially. I guess I could take the dragon, too. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's take the dragon. Why would I take the Fleetwing when the dragon's still in the pack? Jade Mage table from this pack. So yeah, none of the, I guess I'm hacking this Jade Mage for sure. Here I will hack Siege Mastodon, Lure, probably just Lure. Not worried about random dirtily dudes. Circle of Flame, Alluring Siren. How good is Alluring Siren in a deck that we would make? Not that good. Is it better to have Circle? I'm not sure if she'll make the main deck, so I'm going to take the sideboard card. Sure, hack a Dark Favor. Alright, no other goblin. I think I'm happy to have passed that other grenade. And I'm not even sure we want to run the Bang Chuckers necessarily. We gotta run this Manolith, unfortunately. Well, we'll see what happens in deck building. We're already at 13 creatures. I think we're going to cut this turn to Frog. Oh, it's a good combo with the Arsonist. Yeah, I don't know why I bothered hiding it there. So, Manolith, Arsonist, Fire Slinger, Grenade, Piker, Incinerate, Dragon, Fireball, Bear, Unsummon, Ice Cage, Adept, Cancel. So these are the cards I think we are definitely playing in the deck for a variety of reasons. Nope, you are not going to restart in the middle of me recording a draft, computer. Because it's not really... So we already have 10 non-creature spells. I guess Mind Control is more sort of a creature spell. So if we had 3 creatures to this, we'll have 13 creatures. And we definitely want to run... So we're definitely running one of these two to have 4 goblins for 2 grenades. And then... yeah. Gets kind of dicey after that, doesn't it? What if you're in both of these? ton of bang chuckers. And, I mean, Manic Vandal destroys our Manolith. I mean, 12 creatures is low for this format. But I sort of just want to run the other cancel. Possibly the other unsummon. Mana Leak would have been way better than a second cancel here. I think we're going to try it like this. As hard as it is to gain an onboard advantage when you don't have very many early game threats, I think cancel's still going to be better than the second unsummon. Let's add some land. What island is this? Oh, that island's awesome. So wait, you were just suggesting 9/8, but now that I've put an island in the deck, you want me to... I don't think so, champ. What was it? No, that was totally weird. Add an island to the deck, it wants to add 9/7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 blue symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 red symbols. I still think... I think I gotta run 9/8. I got one draw. Well, no, I have to run 9/8. I think I should get to double blue often enough, though. Alright, see you guys in round 1.